Welcome to the Pretty and Profiting Show, your favorite show for branding, beauty, business, and the truth of how to be a boss lady and build your empire. Pause the show right now and grab your seat at prettyprofitsgift.com and enroll into the free 21-day e-course to build a brand that people crush on, gossip about, and buy from. And now, your host. She is the fierce money-making brand strategist and creative freaking genius, Nicole K. Lundy.
Hey, welcome to this episode of the Pretty and Profiting Show. So, I know you know who I am, but in case this is your first time hearing me, I am your host, Nicole K. Lundy, and this show, I'm so passionate, I'm so committed to helping women in business, helping entrepreneurs build an empire on their own terms. And one of the reasons I'm so passionate about making this happen is because when I started my business circa 2009, I spent the first 2 to 3 years of my business following other people's idea of success. I did it in corporate America, which is how I ended up there. Couldn't take it. I didn't fit, had to leave. And I still, after leaving corporate America, started a business and did the same craziness. Follow the rules. If you hang around me long enough, you know I am not a rule follower. I live to break rules and tell the stories of how it works. And that's how I work with my clients. That's how I write these content. That's how I write the episodes for this show. It all goes back to that foundation. So today I want to talk to you about money to start, grow, and expand your business. So I have two sides that I'm going to talk to you about today because I have two very different perspectives on the pros and cons coming from, different business types. And let's start with this business that you know me for, the brand consulting business. So when I launched my brand consulting business, I didn't take out a single dollar of investment funds or debt, no credit card debt to build this business. It was completely bootstrapped. And let me tell you, it was challenging. It wasn't impossible, but it was challenging. Several reasons why I did this. One, my condo in New Jersey was on the market as a short sale. I had a repo on my credit report. I had late payments. Basically, my credit report was like jacked up. So I didn't even have the option to open a business credit card when I started. So for that reason alone, I had to build and grow my business on a cash basis. And it taught me a lot of things, and I think it's a valuable way to start. I have clients who have done Kiva Zip loans. I have clients who have taken out business credit cards. I have clients that have borrowed funds from family and friends. They've had the opportunity. So I would say 50-50. 50% of the people who had access to funds, although it was awesome, they didn't have accompanying guidance, strategic guidance on what decisions they should make with those funds. So a lot of them, and not all of them, a lot of them didn't use the money as best as it could have been used. And, listen, if you're an entrepreneur, if you've been an entrepreneur for a while, and a while meaning 2 years or more, then it's a process, it's a journey. You are going to make mistakes. You have to fail forward. So nothing's wrong with, at the time that you do get a windfall of cash, that you don't have the strategic guidance to know where to put that cash. That's part of your story. It's part of your journey. Now, I do have other stories that I've witnessed where people have had the strategic guidance that went along with the money and they made better decisions. And in those better decisions, they realized they were playing a small game. They weren't playing and building the bigger vision that, they didn't really share with the world. They were playing that smaller game, the safe game, I should say. And it was coming to fruition, but it wasn't exactly what they wanted. So I'm going a bit off tangent, but I just want to show you that I had to bootstrap because I had no other choice. My credit report was jacked up and I was not going back to corporate finance, no way in hell. And it was do or die. It was cash basis for me. I do have colleagues that that got a windfall of cash, and the results varied, which I just shared with you. But I want to talk to you about before you say, let me go borrow something, or before you say, let me go and get an angel investor or venture capital, depending on what your business is. I want you to step back and really, to the penny, know exactly what you will use the money for. Now, I also am working on a skincare line. Many of you know that, many of you don't. But one of the things I'm doing behind the scenes, in addition to my brand consulting business, is launch a skincare line. So it's a whole different ballgame from a service-based business because the initial capital requirement is pretty high. I'm not going to lie about it. So I have to approach the funding process from a different perspective. Now, we've self-funded for our, up to a certain point, and now we're looking at alternative funding sources. But we had to get really clear, and I'm talking really clear. It took me years. Like the first time I submitted my business proposal and financial projections, I was asking for $250,000, and I didn't get it. I tried crowdfunding, I tried the family and friends raise, I tried angel investing, I tried several avenues and none of them worked. And let me tell you, until I shaved down and got real with those numbers, until that happened, I wasn't getting any traction. And that traction is actually happening right now. But we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I'm going to tell you all about it because there are some lessons that you can learn from me in terms of you thinking about how you can use funds, outside funds, to grow, start, expand your business. We'll be right back. Let's imagine that you have a brand that's influential, buzzworthy, and profitable. It's time to make this happen. If you are looking to master your brand messaging so that it's captivating and fascinating and attracts your target audience, develop your signature program that you can start enrolling clients in right away, get clarity in your market positioning for long-term profitability and growth, create your marketing plan and sales promotion strategy, and lastly, design a customized action plan to make implementation simple, I created the Monetize My Brand program to do exactly that for your business. The reason I work with high-performing entrepreneurs on building their bankable brands is because the world does not need more cookie-cutter brands. Go to prettyprofits2015.com and book your Monetize My Brand intensive. Playtime, it's over. So today I'm talking to my business owners, my entrepreneurs who need money, who needs funding to start, grow, and expand their business. I talked about, my start with my brand consulting business that you know now, but I'm also behind the scenes working on a skincare line, which is a whole different ballgame in terms of the funding needed to start. It's some serious stuff that goes behind the scenes. So when we initially started looking for funding 4 years ago, we're talking 2011, we were going the angel investor route. And it was such a brand new territory, a brand new planet, world, whatever you want to call it, that although it was challenging, it didn't pan out to be as fruitful as we liked. I mean, it really comes down, we didn't get a deal. And so we had to switch gears and figure out the funding route that would suit us. So we did, after the angel investor process and that not working out, we tried crowdfunding. That didn't quite work out. We tried a private investment raise. That didn't work out. The thing that I want to hammer into you is that if you are starting a business that needs a serious capital injection in the beginning, the number one key is that you cannot stop. You cannot give up. You have to have several pots in the fire, because a lot of times the pot that boils over, the one with the opportunity for you to move forward, may be the one that you least expect it to. So you don't want to put all of your eggs in one basket. We did that. In 2011, we said, let's try this. And all of our eggs was in angel investing. Then all of our eggs were in crowdfunding. Then all of our eggs were in a private raise. And if I were to do it over again, I would have all of those avenues happening simultaneously, happening at the same time. Now, of course, some people will disagree with it. I always share from my own experience to you. That's how we roll. But I am 100% sure that we would have made bigger leaps if we had several pots on the fire at the same time. So I want to share this with you. We initially started asking for $250,000, so $250,000. It was way too much money. We didn't need all of that. Everything, we told all of our vendors, we're going into a capital raise, blah, blah, blah. And everybody inflated their prices. So when we didn't make that raise, we were still making progress, getting things done, testing our formulations. But when we really started looking at the vendor numbers, more than 80% of our vendor numbers were inflated, and we were able to cut that at least by 50%. So then we were down to $125,000 that we needed. We were still chipping away, making progress on things we have to do. So a lot of things we self-funded. We got that down to $70,000. And now we're in the process of securing a debt raise, actually borrowing money to start the skincare line. But let me tell you, you do not have to take 3-4 years if you do need a capital injection for your business. Have several pots on the fire, because life is happening now. People that need your product and service needs you now. I had to forgive myself because I felt like I was not honoring the people that needed my skincare line by not acting as urgently as I needed to be. And, of course, that's a forgiving process for myself, but it's a big lesson learned. I always look for the silver lining in everything. And I learned, countless lessons from this entire process. And I just wanted to share with you, because a lot of entrepreneurs say, I need money. And that's why things are not happening. And a lot of times it's just not true. And I'm just saying that from my own experience, because more than likely the amount of money you need, you probably can cut that at least by half. And that makes a huge difference in the type of funding that would suit your business. You can also just take out a microloan. Kiva Zip does this. You can take out a $5,000 loan and know exactly where you're going to put it. My biggest advice for the money that you take out, make sure that you have a clear, at least 50% of it is going to an activity in your business that's going to bring the cash in the fastest. Because if you do debt financing, you do not want to be late on your first payment. That's just a bad cycle to start. So if you need money to start, grow, and expand your business, know exactly what you need. Be skinny on your expenses. Have a plan of action, a plan of attack, how you will launch into your marketplace, and just do it. I was going to say actually my new hashtag JFDI, and I'm sure you could figure it out. But, just to keep it kosher, I'll just say, just do it. So another episode of the fabulous Pretty and Profiting Show. This is your host, Nicole K. Lundy. I will see you in the next episode. Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Pretty and Profiting Show. Now, I want you to join the Pretty and Profiting Posse over on Facebook. It's simple to join. Just go to Facebook, type in Pretty and Profiting in the search box, and click join. Hurry, we're waiting on you. Until next time, stay pretty and stack those profits.